you and it's me, so we must be watching Person Empowerment TV. So today we're going to be talking about all about how you can continue to save more money this summer. So if you missed out on some of the videos, we talked about how to make sure that you go on a vacation and still save some money. And now today we're going to be talking about how to get all up in your kitchen and make sure that you are not bursting your budget by buying a whole bunch of stuff that are organic, okay? In a couple of the other videos, we talked a little bit about how I would go to the grocery store, whack out about $400, shopping at the Whole Foods and buying the best of produce and making sure that everything was organic. And while that was a great idea because I didn't have a plan for my produce, at the end of the week I can open up the refrigerator and I would see waste! What happened to my produce? Because it was spoiled. It would not spoil because it was not good. It was spoiled because I had either bought too much of it, or number two, I really didn't plan out my meal. So if you divvy back to some of the other videos, you can get a good meal plan and start to save yourself a whole lot of money. Speaking of saving some money, I'm going to go ahead and give you some money if you have been tuning in to making sure that you're saving some money this summer. Are you ready? You know, you got to really have some strong pipes to do that, you know? So I hope you feel a whole lot richer. Every time that I make sure that I fill you with wealth wisdom, I feel even richer, okay? So speaking of this summer savings plan, okay? So one of the things you can do is get all up inside of your kitchen and make sure that you're saving money. All right, so in talking with one of my other organic buddies, that's the good thing about having purse partners. You don't have to lean on all the information yourself. You can actually connect with someone that has similar goals to you and you guys can kind of barter resources. So in speaking to her about making sure that, hey, this summer, I want to make sure that I don't waste on buying everything organic. So what are some things that I can go ahead and shave off my list and make sure that I'm not pumping my purse for things that are not necessarily necessary, right? So here we go. She tells me go into this and look at the EWQ, clean 15, and the dirty dozen. Felt like heaven, right? Because basically in this list, I was able to see some of the things that I definitely need to buy organic. So I can choose because these things are on the dirty dozen list, meaning that they're filled with hormones and pesticides, so I would have to buy them organically. I can say, hey, this summer, because we're going to be doing higher consumption, making sure that we stay dehydrated, making sure we have enough food, enough fruits to, you know, clean our bloodstream, so on and so forth, we're going to kind of just swear off those, okay? And then we're only going to buy from the clean 15, right? Or I could kind of mix and match a little bit. So here are some of the things that I saw on the list. I can't do the whole list because it gets a little weird, me turning back and going back. So I'll mention a couple of them, but if you want the full list, either you can go to EWQ or you can just email me and drop it in the comments and say, hey, Shawnee, I need to get my hands on the clean 15 or the dirty dozen, okay? So there are on the most contaminated. So if they're contaminated, you need to make sure that you buy them organically. There's peaches, there's apples, there's sweet bell peppers, there's celeries, those nectarines. Those are the things that you definitely want to make sure that you buy organically, okay? Now, if you're saying, hey, this summer, I am not going to buy any of those organic things, you're going to go ahead and shop from the clean 15. You're going to make sure that you get your broccoli. You're going to make sure that you get your bananas. You want to make sure that you get your papaya. You want to make sure you get your pineapples. Those are all items that were on the list for things that were in the clean 15. You like it? I love it. All right, so there's two other things that you can do for shopping organically this summer, but not really putting a lot of pain on your purse. So the second thing, cleaners, okay? So sometimes people, because there's more traffic, you're having more parties, people are coming in, so you're going in and you're buying these big jugs of Clorox, which in bleach and things like that. But there are some things that you can actually swap out. You can use vinegar instead of going and spending the extra amount on buying these holistic products. You can use vinegar, you can use lime, you can use lemon, and you can concoct these things yourself and make sure that you're cleaning your home of bacteria with things that are not necessarily going to be hurting your body. So not only will you be making sure you don't get some pain in your purse, you'll make sure that you don't get no pain in your body either. It works out for all of us. And thirdly, if you gotta buy something organic, you want to definitely make sure that you're going to get yourself some sunscreen that is definitely organic. So if there's something that you want to swap out of your budget, don't let it be your sunscreen, simply because things that you buy, that if you go out and you buy some sunscreen that is not organic, then you end up putting more contaminants in your body, and then it ends up being more harmful. And you know what that means? Your medical bill go up. And you know what that means? They put it on your credit. I know money always works full circle. All right, so here are some basic takeaways, okay, to make sure that you don't get any pain in your purse when it comes to doing some grocery shopping and trying to stay clean and making sure that you live an organic, holistic life. Number one, you want to check out this EWQ Clean 15, Dirty Dozen, so you can know, hey, what can I skip on and what can I dip on? That's number one. Number two, you want to see what type of cleansers you can actually kind of concoct yourself. You want to make sure, hey, maybe I don't need as much of these. I don't have to buy the organic ones over the summer. And number three, if you're going to buy something organic, make sure that it is your sunscreen. This is Shawnee Curry Saintville. I do hope that you feel richer, because every time I connect with you, I feel a whole lot richer. See you next time.